Strong Sweet Caroline, and today I'm doing an upper body day, which I know, surprising, I talk about legs a lot, but ladies, you know, to have a balanced physique, you want to train your upper body too. So today we're training back, which is something I want to talk about because a lot of women are like, how do I get a smaller waist? Well, you can create an optical illusion by creating a wider back, and it makes your waist look smaller. So when you have bigger hips and you want your waist to look smaller, start training your back and your shoulders a little bit. So I'm going to show you a little bit of my back, shoulder, arm workout today. I'm going to throw in some abs in there too, because who doesn't want to do abs, right? But we're going to get started with a single dumbbell row. And this one, I'm not rowing my arm all the way back. You'll see in the movement, I stop because it keeps the tension right on the lat, which is where I'm focusing today. On my working sets, typically 3 or 4 working sets between 8 to 12 reps. I find for me, I get the best contractions, seeing the most muscle growth from doing that week over week. And so this is one of the staple movements I keep in every single week. You don't have to change up your movements dramatically to see results. And I think a lot of us women get bored with our routines, but we can flip our mindset to realizing, you know, maybe I can push the weight instead of trying to change the movement and vice versa. So we just did some back, now I'm going to transition to shoulders. And once again, if you're trying to get that smaller waist look, training your back and your shoulders, getting a nice round shoulder cap, rear delts, makes a huge difference in your physique. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I see somebody with nice shoulders, I compliment them because I know how long it's taken me to grow my shoulders. So I'm going to go ahead and do some upright rows using a easy curl barbell. You can use a straight bar too. I just like the grip because for my wrist I need a little bit more rotation in it. So I'm going to work up to 2 sets of 12. This is actually my first working set with 50. The entire delt here. You need to work your front, your medial, and your rear, and that's why I really like upright rows. They do target more of this side lateral delt, but it does work the full shoulder. Next, we're going to do dumbbell shoulder raises. These I have seen many people do well, but also people have some areas they can improve, and this is actually a struggle for me for a long time. It's figuring out what I need to do to get more activation into my lower lateral delt. So when I'm holding the dumbbells, you're going to think about your thumb and your pinky. So if you're holding the dumbbell in the middle, you can either start with your hands at your sides or in front. It doesn't matter. The beginning doesn't matter because the tension doesn't begin until about here. And as you come all the way up, you're going to have tension. So as you can see, my arms are parallel. My goal is to have my arms parallel the entire movement. And when I get to the top, actually pretend like I'm tipping my thumbs down, pinkies up, like it's a water bucket. So I'm trying to dump the water out. And that's one way you can think about doing your shoulder raises. So I'm gonna go ahead and I do 2 sets of 20. This is my second shoulder upper body day of the week, so added volume, but I don't do a lot of volume. extensions. So to strengthen our core, you also have to strengthen your lumbars and your spinal erectors, which is so whenever you see a gal on the beach and you can see those two muscles, she does hyperextension. You don't need body, you can do body weight, you don't need to add weight, you don't even need to add bands. I do these body weight majority of the time. They burn, you do enough of them, you do them frequently enough. We're gonna do 2 sets to failure here. So, like I said, you're going to be basically positioning your hips on the pad and driving yourself up with your lower back, not your glutes. That would be considered a glute or a back extension. These are hyperextensions, so it's a little bit different, and I'll demonstrate for you all to see. I always adjust this a little bit lower because I'm shorty. And so we're going to position our legs into here. So that's what I consider to failure, is literally you have to push yourself to get those last couple reps out. That's what a true failure set is like. So 2 sets to failure here. You could do 3 if you want. I always add these in towards the end of my workout. You don't want to fatigue your back totally from these in the beginning, especially if you're doing something like dumbbell rows, lat pull downs, maybe you're doing rack pulls, some type of a heavier bent over row movement that you really need to focus on that core and back strength. This is more of that burnout stretch. Of course, we gotta add some arms in. I'm doing sets of biceps and then triceps, and today it's literally 1 movement of each. You don't need to go all ham about it. You're not a guy. So girls, just adding in a couple sets here and there, you're fine. Now I will say, back in my earlier years, I actually had a single arm day, and arms, you really got to figure out mind to muscle connection. That's how they'll grow, getting that contraction as well as a stretch. So I'm doing slight decline bench dumbbell curls, and I really like these because I can focus on a lighter weight, really driving that blood to the muscle. Because honestly, I see so many people use bad form trying to lift heavy weight, and then they're not growing muscle. Driving the muscle. You want to keep your arm straight, your shoulders forward the whole time. So you're focusing on this bicep peak. If your arm's back here, you're going to be getting your shoulder's going to be trying to drive it versus your bicep, or if you're too far forward. So you really want to find that right arm placement too. We're going to finish off our arms with some triceps. I'm doing tricep push downs using 2 single grips. A lot of people like to use a rope or use the T, or even almost like a flat bar. But I find with these, it helps keep my wrists more fluid and preventing injury. Super important for our longevity in the sport or your health. So I'm gonna do 3 sets, basically till failure. For me and my triceps, I'm just trying to get a really good pump on them because they're a pretty good size for wellness especially, and I like how they look. So I'm just trying to get blood to the muscle, like I said, getting a good pump. Not trying to grow them today. That was more the shoulders and back we were doing. workout with some decline abs and a vacuum. I think I showed this last time, but you know, consistency is key if you want to see those results. So thank y'all for joining on this workout. I'm about I think it's 3 weeks out now. Yikes. Crazy thing about. Feel really good. Compared to last year's prep, my mindset is definitely more positive and overcoming the challenges, hurdles. Feel more confident in my physique for the new division, and you know, just taking it one moment at a time and really appreciating every day that I get and the opportunity to pursue my goals and my dreams. And thank you all for being a part of my journey. So it makes it even more worthwhile to know that people support you and are cheering you on. So if there's somebody out there that you know you look up to or they're cheering you on, make sure you reach out, because it does truly touch people like myself and others out there who are pursuing their goals and sharing them publicly. So hope you guys enjoy this little workout, keep grinding, and you know, own your evolution, because that's all we're here to do.